So you're about to hear what's probably going to be the least refined, least thought out message I've ever put out on video or online in the last couple of years. And that's very intentional because I think with what I'm about to share, it's really important that I just give it to you openly and honestly right from here without worrying about am I including this or referring to that. So with that being said, I wanted to let you know that I have really struggled to market effectively my coaching business. I've really struggled to gain traction and build momentum around marketing, not to the level in which I can grow the impact that I want and build this business. It's been really, really hard for me on many levels. I don't need to get into every avenue or way in which it has, but it's just been really hard for me. And the great thing is, though, that in the last few weeks, as I've been spending time with family and friends, and I've spent a lot of time in the car, I drove hours upon hours to visit people, and I've been working, but I also had time to myself. And I also had time, to be honest with you, listening to family and friends, having conversations. And the benefit of that is I get to share, because when we storytell, this is really important. When we storytell and let people know how things are going or what's going on, we get more clarity within ourselves. And I was very open with a lot of people. And then in turn, I was very open to listening and hearing what people who care about me think and said. And what people who, I have a lot of respect for because of what they do, what they say. And I took in a lot in the last month. And, we all know this, whatever journey you're on, we have to stay true to who we are. We don't want to take in 1,000 opinions and figure out what the best way is. But it really helped as I gained more clarity and processed a lot of this stuff, the reality that I am not marketing well enough to build this business to a place where, okay, what am I doing now? And I want to tell you, it feels great because you know what? Two things. Number one, I'm no longer in a place where I'm going to continue to try and figure things out and hope it works. Not on the marketing side. With my coaching, I feel as great as ever. I mean, I really feel in flow with what I teach, how I serve people, both in building relationships and sharing their message, with creating an environment and a culture that's predicated on trust, being able to storytell, being able to open up and also learn about other people. I feel so in flow with all that in my workshops and my coaching sessions. I've already had a couple since the new year, and I really feel great. But the reality is I'm not building the business the way I need to even survive. The marketing just hasn't been there. And whether I've tried things on my own or gotten help, it hasn't worked to date, which is fine because I've been able to learn a lot. But, again, going back to the two big takeaways are, one is that I feel now, instead of trying or hoping to figure things out, I have a clear path that I know I'm going to take. That's huge. And number two is that's lighten the load for me. Like I really feel now like I have a vision of a path that, is no longer going to be predicated, oh my God, Scott, you got to do this, this, and this, and hope that it works. That's a lot of weight for us to carry. A lot. I mean, if you've been there, if you're on a similar journey, or even in your career, if you're in a traditional job and you're just hoping things work out, that's really, really hard. It's just an emotional burden that we carry with us. And I don't regret it because it's allowed me, doing things the way I have in large part has allowed me to learn a lot. Now, there's some things that I would change and do differently. And, I have to be very aware of the impact of the things that I do has on other people. And that's another big thing for me. The impact things that I've done has on other people. But I have moved already away from, I hope this works, to a clear and deliberate path. And it's lifted this emotional burden off of my shoulders. And it's already making a difference. And I really think I'll leave you with this, because when we're creating, be it around our business, our career, a job, or just our life with who we are and where we want to go as a person, when we're creating, it's really important to allow and let the universe do some of the work with and for us. It doesn't mean you sit back and hope. I'm not a law of attraction, that old, 12-year-old video about sit and therefore it shall be, or think and it shall be. It's not what I'm saying. There is law of attraction out there, but what I really mean is that the universe works for us in certain ways when we allow it to. I really believe that. I've come to believe that. And me taking that burden off my shoulders and letting, as I continue to work hard, as I continue to be present online, as I share my videos, as I share lessons, as I teach workshops, as I coach people, I'm going to be very clear in what I do and what I'm looking for from people, which I haven't done. That's another video for another time. But I'm also going to allow the universe to go to work for me a little bit, to go to bat for me and just say, you know what? I don't need to take all this on by myself. I don't know if that resonates with you, but it certainly does with me. And I've never felt better about the work and the way I can help people, but I can no longer settle and sit back and say, you know what? I hope this marketing plan or strategy that I'm trying works. Those days are done. And I'm letting people know, here's how I can help you. Let me learn a little bit more about you. I'll give you a little bit more about how I can help you, and let's see if there's a fit. Whether it's as a consultant or coach or even full-time. I'm looking and talking to companies and saying, if you have a need for somebody to come in full-time and do this, let's do it. If it gets to that point. But I'm mustering those conversations up, and I feel a lot better. I feel like the big weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So, recognize what might be slowing you down, and see what you can take, what action you can take that is no longer under the guise of, let's see if I can figure this out. See what action, still learning along the way is great. I'll always be learning. I've learned a ton. But see what you can create for yourself that's going to bring more momentum and more clarity along the way, and not put so much weight and burden on your shoulders. I hope this helps. Comment below. Message me directly. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to keep it private, just reach out and share. And I'm happy to listen. If you just want somebody to listen, I'm happy to listen too. But these are the parts of our journeys that really help each other out. So sharing is part of the process. All right. And I hope you found some value in this. And thanks for listening. I'll see you later.